Mom got to take a second mortgage because I really want to go. So mom did that. He made it happen, went to school. Not only did he go to school, he worked hard. He came back. He would always do these check-ins. Let me know how you're doing. He had to take remedial classes. Y'all know about them remedial classes, right? He had to take those remedial classes. Had to pay for classes that he didn't really get credit for. But in 4 years, came back. Mr. Brown, what? Finished. What? 4 years. Not only did he go to school, to this HBCU with a 1.9 GPA, this is what HBCU try to do for you. They helped him turn that thing around. They found the diamond in the rough. They gave him all the tender love and care. Come on, this might be somebody's story in the chat right now. This might be somebody's story in the chat right now. They turned that thing around. Not only did he finish in 4 years, what else happened to him? I said, dude, what else is going on in your life? He said, not only that, Mr. Brown, I'm now the class president. Wow. Not only that, Mr. Brown, I helped lead an initiative to raise over $50,000 amongst the students to help other students go to college. Wow. Not only that, he finished school. Now what you want to do? He decided to go back to school. Dude, are you for real? Went back to school, got his master's degree. Dude. Went back to school, got certification again, started off with a 1.9 GPA, only went the first and 8th period class in high school. Turned that thing. This is what HBCUs do. You already know that. Some of y'all already know this story. I might be telling your story. Listen. Young man woke up 3.5 degrees later, decided he was gonna go to a Zoom session and put on an Afrocentric polo shirt and come on this screen and talk to you all today. Because a school called Bethune-Cookman University, at the time college, started by Mary McLeod Bethune with 5 little girls and $1.50, changed my life. Now I get to sit on a board of directors with HBCU presidents to help other students go to college. I wasn't supposed to go to school because my guidance counselor told me with a 1.9 GPA, why don't you consider getting a job? I don't think college is for you. Yet for me to come back years later and work with my guidance counselor, I worked at my high school. Hilarious. Anyway, let me tell you, our students have the opportunity. We just got to provide them with the resource. We have to, if we can just provide them with a resource. Sometimes the resources, let the students know you can do it. It can happen. It's okay. Woo! All right, now listen, we gotta move on. I ain't got much time. Let me move on. All right, y'all. Listen, we provide financial opportunities. We got access to greater higher education. Now, mind you, if you got a higher GPA, hopefully your student has a better GPA than what I have. Woo, praise the Lord. Like I tell my son all the time, I have my son who's in graduate school now. He goes to Yale School of Drama. He's been working on his master's grad. I'm like, dude, don't be like me. I'm so glad he took after his mama and not me. He got a full ride. Bless your heart. I was like, man, you have no idea. But do your tab students do their research? All their resources and opportunities. Y'all gotta move. Alumni success, real quick. Got Oprah Winfrey who went to Tennessee State. I got Common who went to FAMU. I got Taraji P. Henson who went to Howard. I got Jerry Rice who went to Mississippi Valley State. I got Samuel L. Jackson. Boy, that was a cut up right there. I know he got kicked out of Morehouse. I'll tell you about that story later. Invite you back one day. And we got Michael Strahan who went to Texas Southern University. Listen, then y'all got it. I hope y'all got this. I'm hoping y'all catching this. This is busted. All right, let me move on real quick. I wish I had time to show y'all this video. Oh my gosh.
At an HBCU, a young person is shown that they can be anything. You step out of the minority and you become the majority. Everything tells you exactly what Aretha told us. You are young, gifted, and Black.
Yeah, the young, gifted, and black. I gotta move on. I got excited. Just some other alumni real quick to kind of show you some of the greatness that we produce. So I want to get you this resource. Y'all got to know about this resource real quick. All right, real quick, before I talk about the resource, real quick. I do represent the United Negro College Fund. I want to shout out Mayor McLeod Bethune, my founder, and anybody else who's a Wildcat, and Dr. Frederick Patterson from Tuskegee Institute at the time. This is a little history right here. I'm gonna drop this one right. Hope this is a bam moment. UNCF was started in 1944. Mayor McLeod Bethune had this idea. She called. Imagine if the call went like this: ring, hello, hey Fred, this Mary. What's up, Mary? What you want? What's happening? Look, Fred, I got this idea. We should be united and work together to raise money for our Negro schools because, these other folks, this government, they ain't really doing much for us right now. So what's your thought, your idea? Why don't we go form a collaboration and we're going to work together and we're going to get some other Negro schools and we're going to go out here and look, I know some of these white folks, they're some friends of mine because Eleanor Roosevelt, she's a good friend of mine. She's a good Judy. She like to come down to the house and like this, use her summer retreat here in Daytona Beach. Really? So you're saying we should work together? Yes, Fred, we should work together. All right, so Mary, what should we do first? Well, Fred, what you're going to do is you're going to write this article in the Pittsburgh Courier and talk about the importance of why we should be supporting Negro colleges and universities. You think that'll work? Yes, it's going to work. Next thing you know, in 1944, we formed the United Negro College Fund. And we started raising money for ourselves because we figured if we don't take care of us, who's going to take care of us? So if we don't do it, we got to do it for ourselves. So, and that's how we started in 77 years ago. Now we have, not only do we support 37 member institutions, we support students on scholarship at over 1,100 schools across the country. Go to the website, use that resource. Hopefully somebody can take a screenshot of this, put it in the chat, let somebody know. All right, let me move on real quick. The time is almost drawing near. Listen. I ain't got time. Y'all got to call me back. All right, move on. Got to move on. Listen, got another story. Another minute I heard they party all the time. No, we don't party all the time. We work hard. We study hard. We work hard, and we do all the great stuff. Now, we do know how to party because, baby, listen, when homecomings hit this year, it's going to hit. And if we don't get you an HBCU homecoming, if y'all don't get to the Florida Classic or get to any HBCU game, shame on you. All right. Listen, help students make the decision based upon real information, not rumors, not the uninformed opinion of others. We got some great options and opportunities, and they're a place where they'll be celebrated and not just tolerated, not because of their color, their skin, their gender, their social-economic background, their religious belief, their sexual orientation, or anything. We want to make sure that they are celebrated and they're not just a number. Have them do their research. How do we do that? Listen, the Common Black College application started by Robert Mason is a great resource. Look at some of the students we have celebrated using this application.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn Brooks, and I completed the Common Black College application. I received thousands of dollars in scholarships and at least 8 acceptance letters. Thank you, CBCA. Get educated.
Hi, my name is Jaden Cross, and I completed the Common Black College application. I received over $12,000 in scholarships and over 10 acceptance letters. Thank you, CBCA. Get educated.
Hi, my name is Michaela Evans, and I completed the Common Black College application. I received over 15 acceptances and over $100,000 in scholarships. Thank you, CBCA. Get educated.
My name is Rico Paul. I completed the Common Black College application. I received over 20 college acceptances. Thanks, CBCA. Get educated.
All right, so now listen. Let me see. This is Robert Mason, real quick, the president and CEO of the Common Black College application.
We never disappointed. And then I walked by Langston Hall. And I thought about my roommate and room 0 in the basement. All right, Faye, this is where it might get a little tough. And then
Listen, y'all got to check this man out. He's absolutely amazing and an HBCU graduate himself.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you.
Yes. Listen, one application, it goes to 61 HBCUs. Now, there are about 102 HBCUs right now. One application, you can upload one application, upload one transcript, upload one test score, and in the portal, system, you're able to communicate and interface with the admissions representatives all right there. Those students who are getting those scholarship offers, they're able to communicate with all of these schools right here you see on the screen. One application. Talk about a resource. Think about when we were going to school and how we had to pay $25, $30, $50 per application, especially if you didn't have a waiver or a waiver fee for some schools they have now. One application. Even so much the fact we have people who are now donating application money. They'll just pay like, I'm just gonna pay in advance and give it to a student, give them the promo code. Talk about eliminating the barrier of college access. This is an absolutely amazing resource. I beseech you to really use this resource as a great play. Now listen, I know our time is running short. Listen, I'm gonna show this last video. Spike Lee told us over 30 years ago. Childish Gambino told us about a year or so ago. Stay woke or wake up. The worst mistake is to keep anything that we talked about today to yourself. Now that you know better, do better. From one of my favorite movies from Spike Lee, as Dap runs across the screen. Y'all, I need y'all to wake up.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Come on, wake up!
All right, so I had to run through that real quick. Listen, I know it's 12 o'clock. It's about time for us to transition and get up out of here. Questions real quick. If you want to turn your camera on real quick, or if you want to turn your microphone on real quick, I've been trying to read the chat. I did drop a link to the UNCF website for scholarships. I also dropped a link in the chat. Let's stay connected. I just dropped my link in the chat so you can follow me on social media. I'm also going to drop a link to the Common Black College application. So that way, if you want to use it as a resource. Matter of fact, no, it's actually, if you go to my link tree, I just dropped the link in the chat. You'll see you'll see a section called HBCUs, and you'll be able to see the link right there. Questions, comments, anybody, because I know we supposed to be done at 12, right? Is it supposed to be 12? I think it is 12. But I just wanted to make sure that I just want to just touch base on a few things. Hopefully we were able to dispel some myths. Hopefully you had a bam moment. Hopefully you had an aha moment. We had some engagement. I would love to be able to see some faces. I'm okay with that. Oh, let me do this. Where the faces at? Let's do a gallery view real quick. I would love to see some, love to see some faces or somebody, just if anyone, any questions. I want to make sure I answer any questions real quick. Timmy said, I don't have my wig on. I love it. Yes, ma'am. You in the car in the workshop. Come on, being in the car.
Yes, we have to multitask.
Oh, I can't hear you. Your microphone went out. Anybody else? I know she's trying to get her microphone on. Anybody else? Any questions, comments real quick? I just want to make sure before we let you all go to your next session and all that, come on back. If you want to come back for a repeat performance, I'm always available. You know, we got 2 more shows today.
Anthony, I'm doing this just for you, okay?
Yes.
I had to throw my wig on.
Ah, come on, Tiffany! She's got to put a wig on real quick.
Desert, don't laugh at me.
I'm laughing, child. I'm laughing. We are soaking this all in. And thank you so much for this presentation. It's so beautiful.
Yes, it was awesome.
That, you're so animated. I love it. I love it. I love it. Happy Father's Day to you as well.
Thank you. Oh my God, you know, I was so surprised when my son came home. I was like, oh my God, my child, I only got one. So like, oh my God, my baby's home.
Oh, and that video was awesome. Awesome video.
Which one?
The beginning with the,
oh, listen, you ain't seen one. I got another one. I got another music video that's a party. Let me see if I can real quick. I know people got to go. I know y'all got to go, but I got another video that's a party. It's a party with a purpose, baby. It's a party with a purpose. We likes to have a good time.
That's that Cookman thing. That's a Cookman
thing.
See,
I'm trying to tell you, y'all better get with us and get out the way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, all right. Let me see if I can get it in real quick. I know we got it. Oh my God, I know we.
Mr. Brown, when is the National Black Common App Day? I know there's a Common App Day, but when is the National Black Common App Day? Is there a day for that?
So we did an HBCU bound day for the whole month of May. No, you can still do it. I mean, we did a whole month celebration of students, you know, being accepted, going to HBCU, or they still want to complete the application, but the application is still open. You know, I was the one who convinced Robert to drop it to $20 because it used to be $35. I'm not saying it wasn't. Now, mind you, I've been working with Robert with the application when we only had like maybe 15 schools. And now we're up to 61. I'm excited. But so our goal is to hopefully get all 100 plus on the application. And like now we got sponsors who are actually paying for the application in advance. That way, just to eliminate that excuse for students. You know, because so often we always want to put the test, then we want to put financial aid, do the FAFSA. Like, well, sometimes for some students, me doing the FAFSA, I ain't been accepted to college yet. So we be putting the cart before the horse, like, let's get the kids excited about even want to go to school. That's why I like to tell my story about, hey, that student may have been me. And, you know, come on. I'm so thankful for Bethune-Cookman and Dr. Rebecca Walker-Steele, who was the concert chorale.
I was a member of the concert chorale.
Yeah, so I'm so glad that she met me and like, listen, don't worry about your GPA. Come on, I got
exactly. She just want come sing.
Right. And she said, come on, we gonna sing. And you gonna help me. And I was like, oh my gosh. So that's why I could tell stories my story, because like I was in that position, but our HBCUs gave us a chance. And so if they don't think that they can go to school or I can't afford the application fee, I got you. So, but anyway, I got this other video I'm gonna show y'all real quick. This is another video y'all can use in your presentations or something like that to get students excited. Baby, this one right here, this is a party, right? This is a party song right here. Check this one out.
HBCU, stand up.
Oh, wait a minute, let me get rid of this here.
My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the SWAC or the MEAC. Come on. The CIAA or the SEAC. HBCU is where the beat we compete, but we're family. They're from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA or the SEAC. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better. You can be from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the SEAC. At the end of the day, we got your back because we're family. We're family. From the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the SEAC. It don't matter where you're coming from, because we are still family.
Love it. Love it.
All right, so listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I know it's at lunchtime, so maybe that's why we just kind of just hanging out.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Into lunch. Any questions from anybody? I don't know if anyone has any other questions. I see some people still on the call. Like I said, the application is a great resource. If you use it, please consider using it as an option for students to be able to get to and through. Or if you have, like we've had partners like alumni chapters, fraternities, sororities will sometimes work with us as far as like paying for a bulk of applications in advance. That way they provide you with a promo code. That way they can be able to just put the promo code in the application. It's a very user friendly. They can do it in like 15 minutes. They can put the application. If the student has an unofficial copy of their transcript, they can upload that right then. Then the system will then send an email to the student's guidance counselor or administrator, whoever's in charge of their records, and they can upload an official one just to verify it came from the institute, from the high school. And then that way they can start, and the students can interface directly with the admissions rep right there in that space. Sometimes students, will get offers and accept letters from school they didn't even think about, like, well, I didn't even know this school even existed. And it starts to open up a whole nother level of conversation for our students to be able to access other opportunities. So it's a great resource. So I would say definitely consider it and put it to work for us. If you want us to come back and come talk to some students and all that, we are more than welcome to be a part of that conversation.
Okay, I'll get with Ms. Desinor. She came off the call. We're over to MTL at our school, so I will reach out to you.
Definitely.
I missed that part. What did you say, Tiffany?
That he would come talk with the kids.
Oh yeah, we could definitely have him come. He's so animated. The kids will enjoy him, and I would enjoy him too. So
listen, me.
Oh yeah, so this is what I do on a regular. This is this is just part of. I don't even know. Somebody like, oh my God, now I don't even drink coffee anymore. This is without coffee.
So you'll fit in.
Yes, we will fit in.
This is me without coffee, without caffeine or anything. This is just me because life is just too good and too kind. So that's why we just going to share it and all that great stuff. So we try to just share this wherever we go. So as much as I do stuff for UNCF, of course I work with our own NAA of Bethune-Cookman. Tiffany, we got our National Alumni Association convention next weekend virtually. So, I'll be making some guest appearances in there somewhere. I don't want to. They're like, but no, Anthony, we need that energy. I need y'all to leave me alone.
You don't want them to.
Listen, bring that energy. It's amazing, and it rubs off on people. Trust me. Yeah, it's so needed.
My daughter heard your voice, Desinor.
I wanted to add something to your point, Mr. Brown, when you said like the kids having that FAFSA. A lot of this conversation has to happen early on. By the time the student is in their senior year, they're being bombarded with so much that they really haven't had a chance to explore some of these options. So just exposing the kids to just knowing about the resources that they have starting early on, like ninth grade. So that way, when they do get to 12th grade, it's just about applying for that money.
Oh, listen, I'm already doing it because I'm working with a group of middle school young men now. I've been doing for the past 3 weeks, my ex-wife, we still work together on some stuff. And so we have a nonprofit that we work with young men during the summer. And we're doing the same presentation.
Okay.
And we're also putting in some mentoring and some team building activities in it. It's a face-to-face because it's here locally. But yeah, it's just planting that seed now. So that way when they even get to high school, they already have an idea of, if I want to be here, what do I have to do here? Because so often I've met so many seniors who like, oh my gosh, and they panic and they freak out. I don't know what to do. Or, and they end up just making these impulsive decisions without really thinking it through. I had a young lady She was a student, a phenomenal student. Ended up getting a full ride to Spelman and got a partial scholarship to go to The Ohio State University on their minority scholars program. My partial. Yeah, it's that part right there. That part. And I'm like, so sweetie, so she came back a couple years later to visit. And like, so I said, well, how's things going? She's like, well, you know, everything's great. You know, I'm not mad at you. Go ahead. If you're gonna represent, if you're gonna go to a PWI, go represent. Do what you gotta do. But I have to still pay for it. And you had a full ride to Spelman. But she came back like, well, so what you doing? She lived in the black dormitory. She joined the Black Gospel Choir. She in the Black Student Union. She joined the Black sorority. But you should have been Spelman.
On a free ride and do the same thing.
I said, we got white folks. No disrespect, I mean, my best friend was a white girl with the Bethune-Cookman. She was in the band.
Mr. Table, our band director, went to Cookman.
See, I mean, look, Mary was the first white girl in the band. And everybody like, because when I go back to home, they be like, they don't even ask me about my ex-wife. They be like, where Mary at? Like, because when I was at the TV station, Mary's at the radio station. We was hooked. We like that. They thought we were dating. Like, no, that's just my best friend. They're like, yeah, you got white folks. I remember I had a white professor gonna teach me about Black history. And I was mad as hell about that. I'm like, how you gonna tell me about Black history? That man knew more than I ever thought. When he started telling me about how he marched with King, that shut me all up. Like, okay. I ain't mad at you. Now, I'm mad about the system of the fact that, again, in 1965, we couldn't go to your schools and we had to let you in the hours, but you know, we gonna make it do what it do. You know, it's that part right there.
Right.
But we want to skip all over this systemic racism and talk about what we can't teach in the classrooms and what we, you know, you want to skip over all the police brutality and now you want to make Juneteenth a holiday. I ain't mad at you. We gonna live in it. We gonna live in that.
We have so much work to do. So much work to do.
Y'all need to let this brother go.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
2 more sessions to go. Two more. I know he always for y'all, but y'all need to let him go breathe.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you.
We just need a forum to bring the teachers together and just like
and talk. Yeah.
It's serious.
Just let them let it out. They gotta let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Because y'all ain't going through no more than what we're going through here in Cleveland. Trust and believe.
Thank you.